What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. We got a Queen of Sauce up front, so we might be able to get ourselves a new recipe. Greetings! It is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish, baked fish. Whenever I make this one at home, my two cats go bananas. I need a second chef around just to keep them from hopping on the counter for a bite. Just make sure the fish is fresh, preferably caught with your own rod. Now watch as I place the fish on a bed of spring greens. You learned how to make baked fish. That might actually be really helpful. That's one of the first ones that we've gotten that seems like it might be vaguely attainable. Although, where is it hiding at? I assume it's around here somewhere. We got a life elixir, pan and scan on through. Where's my cooking shit at? Oh, I need the kitchen, that's right. Gotta have the kitchen first. I had forgotten about that little factor. So anyways, we can't cook until we expand our house. Can't really expand our house until we have like 10,000 gold either. I'm thinking these crops right here are going to be... Oh, we actually had a harvest. That was an accident. I didn't mean to pull them up out of the ground like that just yet, but hey. That's cool. Those over there look like they're about ready to go. They're getting there. They're fruiting anyways. So we'll keep an eye on those. I don't know what I just picked. I just picked a radish. Okay, got ourselves a little bit of the raditz action right there. We've also got some grass on this side, but you actually have to harvest this with a scythe. Gotta swap up the tool usage a little bit. So I'll come back and get that in a minute, that wheatgrass. But it looks like we got some kind of tuber right here. Maybe some kind of melon from some of these other ones. These little guys right here kind of look like corn, possibly. But we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. If we get a couple more corn stalks, that'd be super badass. I would support that entirely. With the entire substance of my being, I would support that. It would be awesome. Keep the corn nice and watered, because that's going to be giving us sustenance for the remainder of this season and next season, which is one of the main reasons why you plant corn. You can also go in and you can do hops, and then if you get a keg, you can do beer, which is a refined good, which is worth a decent amount of money. However, haven't gotten there yet, so we'll work on that probably a little bit later. I don't know if I should let the fields completely harvest out, or... I don't know. I got a quest last night while I was walking home. I hadn't brought it up just yet, but somebody had wanted a sweet pea. And considering I've got a sweet pea sitting in my inventory like right this second, it seems like the sort of thing that I could definitely drop off with others to make my life a little bit easier via way of cash. I'll say cash does a lot of things in life. Making life easier is definitely one of them. My amethyst is back right there. Got the coal on that side. Don't think I'm going to worry about refining copper for right now. I'll probably just keep those things rotating on, and I might sell the Windspire. I don't know. I'm not totally infatuated with it as a weapon. I think it doesn't fit my preference for the way that I like to attack. It's cool when you can corner pin something with it, but the knockback unfortunately makes it so that sometimes it can be very difficult to keep things inside the range you might want when you're in the middle of combat, and so I think I might sell it. I don't know. Got geodes on that side. We got 52 more copper ore. We got lots of iron ore. Things are happening right now. We're moving on up in the world. We're moving and we're shaking. Although the shaking is mostly due to the fact that it's cold outside and I decided to wear a normal t-shirt. And it's all my fault. We need a scythe so that we can harvest this guy down here. Oh, is it not quite ready to go yet? Okay, it's not ready to go yet. Never mind then. I thought it was looking like it was good to go. But it is not. Our wheat field has remained unsatisfying. Can't catch any squirrels yet either. I was hoping we might be able to get down on some squirrels at some point, but nope. No squirrelatizing happening. That's what I call it when you catch a squirrel. Lots of squirrels around. We have those invasive gray ones where I live. I mean, I think they're native to here. But they're always like trying to run at you and like bark at you and just generally being dicks. Which person is Pam, by the way? Pam, oh, okay. So Pam needed a sweet pea. She needed somebody to come by and give it to her, and she promised, I think, 150 bucks for it, so that's pretty good for just like a random flower that we already had in our inventory that we picked up elsewhere. Ah, so you saw the notice I posted. Thanks so much. Here's a little something for your trouble. Perfect. $150 more. So we're making money. We're trying to recover. I think today was probably going to be best spent down in the dungeon. Still consistently seems like the best plan for us because we don't have anything else going on. Pierre's birthday's in a couple days, and I'll probably try and capitalize on top of that. I gave him a gemstone in one of my other playthroughs, and he didn't really like it altogether that much. So I'm thinking maybe if I give him like a gold star fish, or if I give him some kind of... Actually, Let's go down to the beach and fish. That's what we'll do today. I'm thinking if I give him some kind of gold star fish or sometimes like a gold star shell or maybe like a gold star food. Most people seem to be a little bit more accepting of that because who doesn't love free food? I adore free food. I'm on a diet right now. My doctor put me on a... I'm not heavy or anything like that. It's not for like my heart or anything like that. It's just because they're eliminating variables, and so they got me like on a water and rice diet right now for 2 weeks. It is the worst. I'm not allowed to have anything spicy, anything salty, anything greasy, anything fatty. I'm not allowed to basically have anything that makes you happy in life at the moment. So if you notice that my commentary is a bit more bitchy over the next 2 weeks, did I just find an anchor in the ground? Gunter can tell you more about this if you donate it to the museum. Or I could sell it to the highest bidder because I got to get my money stacks up. No, I'll probably give it to the... oh, there's another one down here. Ooh. Da-na-na-na. Got ourselves a book. You found a lost book. The library's collection has expanded. I've been thinking about getting back into Zelda lately. What was I talking about before this? Damn it. I remember what I was talking about. Ah, well. Probably wasn't important if I can't remember it anyways. Let's fish in the ocean for a little bit. I was thinking about getting back into Zelda recently, though. Like, I haven't played Legend of Zelda since Majora's Mask. I've just kind of ignored it. I bought the Shadow Princess one, or Twilight Princess, or whatever. And I played it for like 3 or 4 hours, but just couldn't get into it. Now that they've re-released it on the Wii U, I have one of those, and so I'm thinking about just going and getting Wind Waker and also Twilight Princess and kind of just having a Zelda week. Although I don't have time to play it in all honesty. I'm playing Fable 2 again right now on my Xbox as well. Fable is one of my all-time favorite game series. I think they fell off the horse a little bit with Fable 3. A tilapia. I think we needed a tilapia for something. Pretty sure a tilapia was something that we lacked. Primarily a vegan fish that prefers warm water. I don't care what it eats. I just want it to be inside my backpack so I can either sell it or use it to complete some of my bundles. Like a heroin dealer out here. Just bundles for days. Oh, we got the tuna too. A gold star tuna. Although I don't know what a tuna was doing so close to the edge of the shore. Tunas are big-ass fishes. I don't know if you've ever been to one of those aquariums. So where I live, we have the Monterey Bay Aquarium, which has like this giant glass-walled aquarium. Like I think it's like the largest in the world. Although I think they built one in Japan that's bigger now or something like that. It's like the second largest. I noticed that the last time I was there. I remember it being the largest like in the world or something like that. And then I noticed the sign was changed the last time I went over there. So I'm assuming somebody basically like one-upped them or whatever. But either way, it's a giant tank and they have tuna inside of it. And it is pretty mind-boggling how big that fish is. It's like, holy shit, that's a big fish. Kind of a cool job, though. I saw a guy when I was there where his job is just be inside the tank. And he swims around and just like cleans shit up. Basically, he's like down in there and he just uses a squeegee to like clean the walls and then do all that kind of stuff. Be a pretty dope job if you're into scuba diving and stuff to get to do that every single day. To get to do something that like you love, be in a giant tank with a bunch of fish. There was sharks in there too, so there's some big sharks, like some really big sharks. But I don't think the sharks will mess with you as long as they're not hungry and as long as there's not blood in the water. You should be fine. Sharks in general get kind of a bad rap. I'm terrified of sharks, but I'll admit that they get a bad rap. But that's because I live in a place where great white sharks breed. You know how people always talk about great white sharks in Australia during like the summer or whatever? Do you know where they go during fall and winter? Yo, they go where I live. And so there's signs up at the beach. They migrate. Although what's interesting is they've never actually studied the migration. It's very, very difficult to track the migration patterns of sharks. They've only in the last 10 years, 20 years or so started tagging them all. They find the sharks and then they spear them like in the fin with like the little tracking beacon for GPS. We know almost nothing about what sharks do like once they leave the shoreline. Like, and that's like a fact. It's not something that gets studied very frequently. Lots of aquariums working on that right now because it's a giant gap in our aquatic knowledge. But yeah, sharks shouldn't be that big of an issue as long as they're not hungry. Like sometimes they'll give a little nip to investigate, but I think he had a shark suit on though when he was in there. I recall seeing he had something shiny like on his wetsuit, like something kind of chrome. So I think he might have had a shark suit on or something like that too, just in case. It's probably a liability issue. I'm sure the insurance company was like, yeah, if you're going to be down in there diving with sharks, put on the thing that's going to protect you from losing a limb so you can't sue us or something. Man, I really don't want to donate a gold star tuna. I want to save that for later, and there's a reason we'll save that for later. I'll let you know once we get there. But basically, if you fish out like a gold star anything that's like a really good fish, hold on to it. Or if you get like a gold star. Did I get that chest? Did that count? Oh, it didn't. That's unfortunate. It's a little bit of a downer. I should probably start holding onto my driftwood too. Just in case. I mean, as big of a fan as I am of holding onto wood, the driftwood would probably be a useful thing to keep around for once we get the trash burner up and running. Coming off the line with a quickness. And I know people don't want to see me fish all the time, but honestly, it's such a good way to make money in this game. Like, I think fishing is actually the best way to make money. If you fish for like an entire day and just keep your energy levels up, I've made absurd amounts of cash just vendoring fat stacks of fish. Now, most of these are not going to be... Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to do that. Most of these are not going to be for selling. Most of these are going to be for saving or for using for our bundles. Ooh, he almost got me right there. He almost got me. There we go. We got a second tuna. What quality is that one? I would much rather... Oh, we got a golden tilapia, too. Man, we've gotten some really high-quality fish today. Some really, really high-quality fish. We got seaweed. I don't know if it's worth it to top off my energy with that. It's only worth like 1 energy bar. Just in case we start getting tired as we wander around town, maybe it'll help out. I'd probably like to check for forageables right about now too. I think that if we can come back with a fistful of like sweet peas and other random stuff, that'd be really, really awesome. I think that'd be... Oh yeah, I was talking about... Okay, so I just remembered. I relapsed. So I'm on a... My doctor's got me on a really strict diet right now, due to some personal issues that I'm having at the moment. It's not fun, but it's definitely something that like I'm engaging in willingly because doctor's orders, you know, what are you going to be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. My doctor recommended I do a thing for my own long-term safety and health. So I'm not going to do that thing because I hate being healthy and safe. So anyways, I drove out there yesterday to go to the doctor's office. I haven't really been talking about it on the channel much because you're not supposed to talk about things that are negative in public speaking. I don't know if you've ever heard that rule, but essentially when it comes to public speaking, you never want to open or close on like a downer, like ever. If you, oh hey, this guy's back, or this lady's back. We got slime, we got gravel path for 900, an iridium sprinkler. Waters 24 adjacent tiles every morning. So that's, does it go diagonals? So if it goes diagonals, that means that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 3 tiles in every direction. If it only does cardinals and not diagonal, I think it probably does the diagonals though. Alright. Let's have a look around for forageables. That looked like a sweet pea for a second. I got excited about it, but it was not. A little bit of a disappointment that it's not a sweet pea, but what does this lady have? Do you ever get the urge to go exploring, Figgle Farmer? Alright, so pretend you just won a free vacation. Where would you go? I like beach living. Huh. I think that would get old pretty fast. So she didn't like the beach. She probably wants to go to like a creepy forest or something. She seemed like that kind of girl. You brought me a present? Thanks. I'll just give her a present while we're out here. I don't know. I never know what these people want from me. They all seem to be pretty upset and just generally not my friends most of the time. So we're friends with Pam. We're friends with Emily. We're friends with Shane. We're getting there with other people, but largely I haven't spent enough time working. Oh, they actually blocked that off. I was hoping that... Hey, Hat Mouse, I got a new achievement. You got any new hats for me? Got the good old cap. It looks like that's for 15K. The Watermelon Band. Color scheme was inspired by the beloved Summer Melon achievement, Mother Catch. We got a Poke Bowl as well, and so that one's for Gopher. And I guess that's for me just like running down random quests. I hope that overlay doesn't show. I forgot to log out of Uplay, and I forgot to log out of Uplay and Skype before I started the episode. And so with some screen capture programs, like the little notifications that are like, oh, blah, 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 I sent you a message. Some games don't count that as part of the capture because it attaches to the game itself. I'm hoping that's what happens right now because I really don't want you guys to be bothered by little pop-ups. It's only one. It's only the one thing, and frankly, I'm just too tired at this point to care about it. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I was planning on sleeping in today, and then Ollie decided to give me a black eye, and so... It's one of those things. I have abusive animals in my house, man. I have abusive animals in my house. He did that shit to my girlfriend the other day. He's such a violent little shit. I don't know what to do with him a lot of the time. And there's just no training him either. He's part feral, so he basically just does whatever the hell he wants. On top of that, he's strong-willed, obstinate, and everything else, where it's just like punishments don't work on him. And so, yeah, he has a history of doing this kind of shit. He attacks you while you sleep. It's not the first time it's happened to me. I think it was just an accident. He was just running around. He got, like, that crazy kitty mode energy. But my girlfriend, he actually attacked her in her sleep. Just like, I think he tried to get on her pillow, and she pushed him off the pillow, and he got mad, so he smacked her in the face and clawed her face. And that was not a good day for Kitty. Kitty had a rough time that night. Kitty had a rough time that night. He learned a hard lesson about why you don't attack things that weigh, like, way more than you do and are much, much larger than you. You gotta be careful with that sentence, though. I don't want to get myself into trouble here. 7:30, I will more than likely... Can we still go to the community center? What time does the community center close? Does somebody come by and lock that up? Or is it open, like, all the time? Because if I can find the tuna and the tilapia, I think we can finish one of the retrofits that's on the aquarium. And we've been working towards that for a while, so... Oh, good. We can come in here, like, any time of day. I think it's one of these. It's going to be the ocean fish bundle. Oh, we need red snapper. But that puts us closer. I wonder what season red snapper comes out in. Probably not this one. I'll give you that one. And I'll give you that one. These right here I'll either vendor or I will save. Actually, I could save the red mullet, I guess. Long ago, these were kept as pets. A pet mullet? Like you put it in a pond or whatever? Huh. I never thought about a mullet as a pet before. I always thought of it just as like a hairstyle that you end up with when you buy like a Camaro. Or like you go out and you buy like a Mustang and then like the next day you just have a mullet. And you're just like, well, I don't know how this happened, but I guess I'll just live with it for right now. I don't know why people are always picking on Mustangs. You ever notice that? Myself included. You'll just take shots at Mustangs left and right. I almost bought a white Mustang, like when I was... Actually, yeah, instead of the Cavalier that I have right now, but it had a lot of miles on it. I went to a dealership and I was looking around, and they had a white Mustang out there that was only a couple years old, but it had like... I can't remember. I think I was gas efficiency. I was commuting at the time. And so it had like a... I think it had a V8 in it, and I didn't want to commute with a V8 or anything like that. Like, I probably would have bought it if I was living like I was right now. Just like out and about around town and don't really need to worry about gas mileage. Like I walk everywhere because I live in the city now, so it's like whatever. Not the city, like San Francisco, sorry. Bay Area slang dictates that when you say I walk around the city, it means you're in San Francisco, but living off the land, we're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. Let's talk corn. It's an unusual crop because it lasts for 2 seasons. That's right, while most die when the season changes, corn lives on. You can grow it in both summer and fall. Now get out there and plant some corn. Get the corn out of my face. Bagel Farmer, I've heard you've been giving people a hand around town. Everybody seems really thankful. I'm awarding you this month's Best Neighbor Award with a small cash prize. Keep it up. That's the best way to make sure people act right, by giving them money. That's fantastic. Here's the recipe for a little treat my pappy used to make. Cook it slow, and that's from Pam, and she gave us cheese cauli. So I'm assuming that's probably cheese cauliflower or something like that. I will probably save, so we need to get rid of some of this fish. I will probably get rid of the red mullet. That's 5 gold red mullets. Oh, we're about to make money, dude. We're about to make so much money, and or dudette. We're about to make so much money. We're about to be flush with cash. And then which of these is more valuable? All right, I'm going to get rid of the tilapia, too. I'm going to hold on to the tuna. Actually, no. Let me get that back. I'm going to give that to Pierre. I've tried minerals on him, so now I'm going to try something a little bit more biological. Just slap him with a big old flappy fish. With a big old flappy fish. No crops in yet, but life is good. I'm happy with the way things are working right now. Ollie's a rowdy cat. I don't know what to do with him sometimes. He is a real frustration. I've talked about this a couple times in stream where it's just like I've never had an animal that's more violent, more prone to just like acting a fool, just like basically does whatever he wants all the time. It's like having a wild animal in my house. It really sincerely is. There's not a whole lot, and yet sometimes like he'll calm down. That's the weird part about it, is every now and again, like, he'll sit down in your lap and he'll purr and he'll want to be, like, petted and stuff and he'll want to be doted after. But most of the time, it's just like, holy shit, what do I do with this animal? What do I do with him? A little bit more watering to be done. I do think I need to get on top of this. I might just make this, like, a big field, start adventuring, get down to iron, and just start making sprinklers. I think the sprinklers will hit, like, 1 spacing around you. I need to start saving the energy is the problem. We're going through a lot of energy every single day. And then if I could turn this into just like a big lump field, I guess, that'd be fine. It's lump, it's lump, it's lump, it's in my field. Yep, that's right. That's how old I am right there. I just dated myself. That song was popular when I was younger. Refill that watering can so I don't have to do it tomorrow. And actually, I think we have some deliveries that we can make to... Oh, we never got our spring bundle done. That's embarrassing. That's the worst. Kind of sad with myself right now, but I got this fat beat rocking, and so I think I can stick with it for right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got that drum beat. Dropping it, making me feel all happy. I do like beats, so that's pretty sweet. Not the headphones, though. Those things suck. And I'll water that when I come back tonight. I'm sure it'll be okay. Where is my scythe at? Because we have a harvest to accomplish, and so there's a little bit of wheat. I'll probably hold on to it for later because we are going to try and refine that. I've got a bunch of stuff in the inside crate, though, that I think needs a tad of a bit of organizing. And also some light scything. Okay, so we got that all stacked up. Mostly it's the varying grades of random stuff that you carry around with you that get you into trouble. I'm going to take the starfish and some of these collectibles. The petrified slime, I think we've already taken care of. We've got amethyst, we've got quartz. I could melt that down and make it a little bit more useful. You know, while the field is taken care of, maybe I should... I don't know if I should spend the time doing it. Although... Yeah, let's work on our axe. That sounds good. Let's go upgrade our copper axe real fast. I've been doing a lot of lumberjacking lately. And so chopping down trees, it's because I'm trying to get the wood together so that we can start building a silo or... Actually, that represents kind of an interesting choice, though, because we have gold right now. We don't necessarily... We have gold. We have materials. I might be able to expand the farm right now, which I think would be pretty wise. Chickens are pretty valuable. If you can get like 5 or 6 of them up and running. You get 5 or 6 of them up and running, they'll lay a lot of eggs, and then you can just convert it all into mayonnaise every single day. And the mayonnaise jars, they sell for an okay amount. I should probably go get that right there. I haven't been doing so good of a job with the little collectibles, and we got plenty of time left in the day anyway, so it's not like we have anything pressing to work on right now. What is that? A rusty spoon. Gunter can tell you more about it. I like rusty spoons. Hey, that's an old-ass internet. That's an old internet video right there. Salad fingers. Yep, that one goes back. I wonder if that's what it's a reference to. It probably is. I can't think of a whole lot of other occasions in which you would invoke the right of ancient rusty spoons. Not really sure. By the way, if you haven't checked it out, you should check out Roll For It. I've got a thing going right now. We're going to be starting up a Shadowrun tabletop game on Twitch TV like 8 hours a day on like Wednesdays. It's going to be pretty sweet, and I'm trying to get people aware of it. Twitch TV/Splattercat Gaming for me, and then we're going to be doing Twitch TV/Roll For It, which is ROLL 4, the number 4, it. And then you can also find it at Twitter at the exact same thing in case you wanted to follow that along. It's going to be me, it's going to be Steejo, it's going to be Avic, it's going to be, like, it's pretty legit. We got Shen Plays from Twitch side. We got Enter Elysium as our GM. It's what's up. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a pretty sweet way to spend our time. It allows you to keep and ride a horse. The horse is included, but you need 100 hardwood, though. Got this especially phallic-looking silo right here. We can get the silo done right now. It's not that expensive. We need a little bit more cash in order to get the coop done. Sorry for my silence. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm meandering the last couple days. I'm just meandering. Trying to think of what I want to get done here. But like, we've got such limited cash that any decision we make could potentially have far-reaching consequences on the next like 5 to 6 episodes before we can get another harvest in. And so I'm trying to make sure that we're making enough money right now to balance out the fact that I flatlined myself, and I do think that fruit tree will pay off big time next season. I think that we're paying right now for something that's going to help us a lot in like 20 days. But until we get there, there's just no way of knowing. So do the books go here? On foraging, the local woods and mountains are great places to find wild produce. A good forager will clear out any weeds, stumps, and stones from these areas so that wild produce has plenty of space to grow. Expert foragers know the secret to cultivating wild food so that it can be grown on the farm. Isn't that amazing? Fisherman at Gordy, how do you catch so many fish? For me, it takes forever. Well, you gotta make the choice to become a true fisherman, and over time, fishing speed will increase. So you're saying that increasing my fishing skill will make me fish faster. Correct. One day you'll even learn the secret to creating your very own bobbers, improving your mastery even further. Now be gone. I don't know what I would do if somebody told me to be gone. Like there's big ow! That's such a rowdy way to just like banish somebody. Alright, so we got little things over here. Got dwarvish stuff on that side. We don't really have a spot for random archaeological stuff, so maybe we'll go spoons right there. That's just a random item, so I don't really know where else to put it. Unfortunately, we didn't unlock anything else. I keep hoping we'll get the sewer key because I'm really keen on trying the 2D dungeon or whatever, if there is one. I wanted to try it out. It's been a long time since I played ActRaiser, and I'm not going to lie, the prospect of that makes me pretty excited. I don't know if I should upgrade my axe. Tough call. Real tough call. We've got harvest coming in. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to have to do it at one point or another anyways, so I figure we might as well go in on it. Thanks. I'll get started on this as soon as I can. It should be ready in a couple of days, so we'll come back on, I guess, Thursday to check on it. Seems like about the right amount of time. Let's head on back out to the west. I don't know if there's anything else for us to do today. I guess I could do some dungeon diving, but I don't really have the energy supplies to make it too far down in, so if we could get a couple of fish rocking, I think I'd be okay with that, or if we could get some random fungi. Don't worry about it, he's a fun guy. So I think there was a game or something like that that referenced that recently. That fungi joke, it never stops giving. Never stops giving. Yeah, I've been playing Fable 2 in my free time. I just started it up again. It's got a weird blurry effect that I never noticed the last time that I played it. Like, I don't even really know what to say about that, but it's got kind of like a weird interlacing thing going on. But I'm still enjoying the game. I really like Fable 2. I liked it. It's probably my favorite out of the three. I think Fable 1 had a better sense of whimsy and kind of like a better storybook feeling to it. But Fable 2 was a better video game. And then Fable 3, I don't know what they were doing in Fable 3. Fable 3 had a good storyline and I enjoyed the game, but I kind of wish they would put the RPG back in Fable, and now we don't have to worry about it at all because Lionhead Studios is shutting down. So chances are you're never going to see another Fable game again unless they sell the intellectual property to somebody else. And it seems like one of those things that only Lionhead could develop properly. Like the art, I guess you could hire the same artists and everything like that to do it again, but I was actually really looking forward to the Fable MMO. It's kind of a disappointment to me that it ended up not working out. Nowadays, though, I mean, when it comes to investors in MMOs, they play it really safe. Like, no joke. If you're developing an MMO right now, I feel legitimately sorry for you. Because, like, first and foremost, it's so hard to do anything in the MMO genre because MMO gamers don't really know what they want. I was one of them. I can tell you that 100% that, like, it's kind of one of those things where MMOs have been stagnant for so long because developers don't want to try anything because the community just wants World of Warcraft over and over and over again. And so developing an MMO, because of that, publishers are quick to pull funding on anything that looks like it's not going to return, anything that looks like it's not going to end up in the black eventually. It's just a tough industry to be in right now. I don't think I want all these sunfish. You can tell what you captured by, like, how hard it fights you. We used to catch sunfish where I fished a couple times in a place where there was a lot of sunfish. However, I always just threw them back. They weren't worth keeping. It's not a fish that you, like, eat or cook or anything. I guess if I was hungry or if I didn't have, like, a, you know, Burger King meal incoming, I probably would have cooked it, but they're so small that it's hard to... I don't think I've ever seen a sunfish that's over maybe 6 or 7 inches. I mean, I just don't see them very often. Usually they're a lot smaller. You catch them, you can feel it on the bobber when you go out. You're like, oh, it's a sunfish. He's not pulling real hard. Oh, got a rainbow trout, though. Rainbow trout's a good catch. That's a mighty fine dinner right there. Wrap that little bastard in tin foil, throw some salt and lemon up in there, and you'd be good to go. Throw them on the grill for a couple of minutes. Yup. Oh, man. This guy does not want to be my friend. I don't want to eat you. I just want to eat you. Oh, it's a pike. Cool. I like pikes. They rhyme with like, too. I'm out of time, so I'm probably just going to fish out the rest of the day. I don't want to bore you all with it, though. My name is Splattercat. This is Stardew Valley. I will see you all in future episodes. I absolutely am in love with this game. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. And that's pretty fantastic for me because I'm a giant hater when it comes to video games. I like games, like, for their flaws sometimes, but I get frustrated with games sometimes. Like, there's some things that are really just not okay. And this game does not seem to have any of them. So anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.